Okay, I think this is working now. Yeah, this is working. Okay, so we're actually in a Citation Encore coming in from St. Louis, and we're to the east of Tucson right now, and we're descending over the Catalina Mountains.
Why are you turning?
Well, we're being vectored by ATC right now.
What's ATC?
And air traffic control. They're roof approach for Tucson. And you can tell that I'm flying because the camera's on the left-hand side of the cockpit. And what I've done is I've taken my iPhone 4S and I've wedged it between the upper part of the glare shield and the plexiglass of the windshield. So it's just wedged up there right above the nose, overlooking the nose. In fact, you can see there's like a little panel to the left of the nose. That's actually our baggage door. That whole forward upper part of the nose is a baggage compartment that we fill full of baggage. And we're actually being vectored right now around the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. So they'll take us just a little bit to the north of us, over there towards I believe that's the Saguaro National Park. And then they'll turn us and take us to the other side and then turn us south to Tucson International. And we're actually expecting the visual to runway 11 left.
Tell us about that mountain. What are we flying towards?
That's a mountain. Arizona has lots of mountains.
No, they don't. It's flat. It's a desert.
The funny thing about Arizona is there are too many mountains to name. So
no.
It's unfair to ask me the names.
That's not true.
No, I don't know the names. I'm a pilot, not a, cartographer.
We just saw it on Google Maps.
Oh, we did, but I didn't look at the name of it. I just know that's the Saguaro National Park.
It was like Mount Micah or Pecah?
Yeah, something like that. It doesn't matter. It's Arizona. Nobody goes there anywhere. Anyway.
A lot of people just went there for the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right. I was there too. And I made a video. I went up on Camelback Mountain, hiked to the top. So
it's not true that nobody goes to Arizona.
Just a few people, a very few. The lonely people go to Arizona.
You're going to edit this all off of your video, aren't you?
No.
So what are those mountains again?
I don't know.
You just told me they were like, what, the Catalina or Carolina?
We passed over the Catalina Mountains. And here's one thing that's really cool about the Catalina Mountains. There is a roadway that climbs up out of Tucson and follows the crest of the mountains. And it is absolutely incredible.
You've been on it.
I've been on it
you
3 or 4 times. When I go out there, if somebody new and we're looking for something to do, we're staying for 3 or 4 days, say, we got to drive up the Catalina Mountains because it is just absolutely an incredible
Did you make a video of that?
No.
You should make a video of that.
Well, yeah, I know. And to the south of Tucson, you can go down and see the Titan Missile Museum. You can see the copper mine.
And you have videos of those.
I got videos of those. Over there at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, you've got the Pima Air Museum, and you've got the boneyard of the aircraft that have all been preserved and sitting over there. Really fascinating to go through and see that kind of stuff.
So are you flying straight towards the runway?
No, not right now. We're still to the north of Tucson. We're waiting to clear the airspace of Davis-Monthan.
So you're going to have to turn?
Yeah, we're going to make a left.
But you don't say left in the airplane, though, do you? You say like,
like starboard or port or something like that?
Yeah, do you?
No, we say left or right. ATC says.
Do they really?
Yeah, they say turn left or
they
turn
don't
right.
say like go west or go east or south. They
it's a shocker. They say go left or right.
So how come when I'm driving, you always say go west, go right? No, you don't say go right. You say go west or south or east, and you always give me a direction.
Because I assume you know which
direction. It boggles my
going.
mind. No, I don't. I need to know if it's left or right.
Let me give you a hint. The sun sets to the west.
Okay.
It rises in the east.
But now you're telling me the ATC doesn't give you a direction; they give you a left or a right.
No, they'll say we use heading references, and right now you can see we're in a turn, and he probably said something like
turn left, young man.
No. He probably said citation November 2 uniform, left turn to heading 220 to intercept the localizer for the ILS A woman left.
This is why when I ask you where you're going and where it is, you have no idea.
But I'm not even sure Tucson has an ILS. It's very possible it was an RNAV. It's been a while since I made this video. But when you go to places like this...
And I know what that means.
Well, a lot of times they do not get the weather that we get in the Midwest and the East. So they are not as dependent upon having approaches like an ILS, which will take you down to 200 feet normally for
and that's just the
1.
instrument.
Yeah, I know they have plenty of
approach.
RNAV approaches and stuff like that in here.
Okay, so you're lining up on the runway
Yeah,
now?
we're turning now.
Another left
We're
turn.
turning onto final for...
So you made 2 left turns.
Yeah. He's just taking us around that airspace.
So does he say 2 left turns?
No, he says turn to a heading of whatever.
So you just kind of keep turning your airplane until you get to that heading?
Right. Yeah, that's right. And
but now you're turning to the right.
we're probably making an adjustment.
You turn too far to the left.
That's right. But he may be...
You overshot your turn. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's always the fault of ATC.
They gave you the wrong heading.
I don't know. This is an old video. And it's very possible we made an adjustment due to traffic or something like that. One thing about Tucson is you get a lot of F-16 traffic in there. There are a lot of F-16s in there. If you ever go...
because of the Air Force Base.
Well, I mean, you've got... The Air Force Base has mostly A-10s over there.
So where do the
F-16s
come from?
I think it's a guard unit. I'm not sure. But right across from the FBO... I mean, they've got dozens of F-16s and T-hangars, and they are always coming in and out.
Are they Air Force airplanes?
They're Air Force, yeah.
Huh.
And I mean, now you can see the runway coming into view here. But I mean, they just absolutely are incredible to watch, and they are so loud. They just torture the air when they go by. I mean,
so you get like an air show every time you fly to Tucson?
Yeah. I mean, it's a fascinating place to go into. It's really interesting.
Another video. You need to make a video of the F-16s.
You're right, I do.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. What I need to do is just steal one and take it for a joyride and strap my GoPro to my
You couldn't fly one of those airplanes.
I could.
You could not. You could not.
Oh, absolutely I could.
No, you couldn't.
It's all the same. You pull back, the airplane goes up to a point, and then it comes back down. You push forward, it goes down.
Then why do they even bother training them?
Left,
why don't they just hire, charter pilots right off the street and put them in their airplanes?
Well, I mean, there are some differences that you have to be aware of. Look, what most people don't realize is airplanes are very easy to fly 98% of the time. You could take somebody and give them 30 seconds of instruction, and if the airplane were in the air, they could go all over the place.
No, these F-16 pilots have very specialized training.
These
guys,
you
are not in the same league as the F-16 pilots. I love you, you're my husband, but no.
Oh, well, wait a minute. The basics are all the same.
That doesn't mean that you can do it.
Why not?
Okay, you know what? You might be able to get that airplane off of the ground.
I could get it off the ground, and I could get it back on the ground. The difference is the level of proficiency.
And you're not going to stall it, and you're not going to, drop it.
Yeah, with some basic instruction, I think I could get around and come back around.
Okay, wait. What's basic instruction?
On, variances of the airplane, numbers and stuff like that.
12 months of training? Is that basic instruction?
No, I'm just talking about just basically getting around the pattern of live and landing it. That's all.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're landing now here.
Yeah. There are differences in proficiency. I'm not saying I would be proficient in the aircraft. I'm not saying I would be capable of handling an emergency or a failure or anything like that. I'm just saying I could probably get around the pattern and land it if I had to, with a little instruction. And they could do the very same thing,
I think you're being cocky and arrogant.
Oh, well. We're about to land. Pay attention to the landing here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We have parallel runways. Sometimes they'll land on the parallel runway while we're landing also. In fact, we just saw an airplane taxiing back the other direction. They had just landed.
I think it's interesting all the black rubber on the
There's a lot of
runway.
rubber. Sometimes they'll burn that rubber off. But, yeah.
Okay, so you might have to edit out most of what I just said.
Why? What's the point?